Alrighty, Penny, Iron Lad, we got some decent stuff to go off of at the beginning. Penny could give us something on turn to an extra 6 cost in this game, and that might be the answer we need. Don't know. I think I'm okay with Penny just being this right now. And then I might wait on this on her guy. Her spider, I think is what it is. Spider, yeah? Yeah, on her spider. We'll do that. Well, I think we'll wait on her spider. That doesn't give me anything in terms of what we're playing against. I have no idea. Actually, I'm going to play spider. I'm going to play the spider. I know I could use Frankie Raye this first turn, and I feel like I'm supposed to. I probably, you know what? I'll play Frankie Raye here. How does it work?
Wind aid my hand.
Interesting. I don't know what their plan is here. I guess I'm going to go Scarlet Spider. This might just be a... Is this just going to be a Legion scam deck? Is that what I'm playing against? The fact that they aren't putting more cards down makes me kind of wonder, but also I don't have any proof. We've got a good way to spread points on the board right now with Dr. Doom. I can play Spider, by the way, as well. I can go Zabu Spider next turn. I think that's just going to be the answer. Definitely going to be Zabu Spider. We might be in trouble with them just being able to mess with this a little bit too much. I think it's Spider Surge now, but I don't know what they're going to go for. We need to see if they are just playing Legion, we might still be able to win because we're going to be adding 9-point spiders onto the board. But if they aren't, let's see what they do. A little bit rude, but fair enough. We can still put some points in this lane. I know we didn't even use Frankie Raye, by the way, and I did want to. Just didn't happen. A free Agony ain't bad, though. I can move Scarlet Spider here. I play Magneto here and then Agony here. Is that enough to win? I know we're not actually going to get a massive Frankie Raye this game, but still can be pretty good. Do we actually just pull? Do we win because of Magneto just winning the game? So we didn't get to do the really cool thing with Frankie Raye there, but we still did win. We just didn't actually use her to get the win. We were just able to do that with the combination of cards that we did have left in our deck. So I'm going to take it. But let's see if we can get something actually highlighting how much big power she can get. How much big power she can get. I said words wrong. Anyway, it's fine. So Penny into Gwenpool might be something. I don't have a way to get Gwenpool down sooner, just due to what I currently have in hand. At least not here. I could go with... I don't think it's going to be Frankie Raye first. They're planning on... Oh, is this just an end-of-turn deck? It is. Okay, we can live with an end-of-turn deck. I don't love Great Portal putting another card into my hand, especially one that's kind of just not helpful. Mr. Fantastic is better. We can go Mr. Fantastic, Penny. Like I said, Mr. Fantastic into Gwenpool. Mr. Fantastic into Gwenpool is exactly what I did say originally, and it's what I'm saying now. Oh, just everything on Penny. Okay, sure thing. I'm fine with this. Surge Penny. So we're just going to add a casual 10 points of power to the top card of our deck right now, which is great. And it's -1 cost. Fantastic card. I can Magneto the left lane and win the game. Galacta into Frankie Raye. I know I snapped now, and I'm fine with that because Hydrobot moving to a different location is good for us currently, and then Magneto in the left lane should just win the game. Especially considering that I'm going to double Frankie Raye's power, who's going to be 10, which is 210, definitely solid value. Mr. Fantastic, sure. Into a Sunspot, okay. So we move Makari over here. It's annoying that the Magneto get a trigger there, but gets a trigger there. Do we actually lose with this? We do, don't we? We do lose with this play.
We are the future.
10. Because I don't think with me not having Prio here, I wouldn't have been able to win that. Fantastic card gets a bunch of points on the board. Not a whole lot, but it's enough for them to feel good. Not enough for them to win the game, but definitely enough for them to be good about that. So, I mean, a 10 power Frankie Raye was definitely amazing. We did need that to win the game. Nothing to sneeze at. I wanted to be able to get to these 20, 40 power Frankie Rays. Hopefully we can still get there. I want to get to these really big numbers that we can hopefully get with a combination of Agony, these merging cards, as well as Surge Mr. Fantastic. Let's see what we can do. We have a Zabu. Zabu. Zabu's chill. What do we have now? Oh, well, I liked that card to stay. They lose Fire Hair. Is it just Penny? I'm gonna go Penny in the right lane, considering this first location's rough. I don't know how difficult this location's gonna be in terms of restrictions. So we're just gonna put Penny down over here just to try to be safer. And if we lose her due to just annoyances, yeah. Annoyances is what I should have said, but I didn't. Scarlet Spider is fine. It works for him. Destroying the next card. All right, so this is just like a... What is this deck? So they had Fire Hair. Is this maybe Hammer Bros stuff? What I'm gonna do... I'm gonna Agony. I don't know if I'm even gonna get a 4-cost this game. I think I'm gonna go Frankie Raye into Agony. No. We'll just put the extra point straight onto Agony here. And then we're gonna go Spider next. What are we doing next? A Magic. This is a big setup deck. I don't know what type of setup this is, but this is definitely a setup. It feels like I thought the other stuff was it, but now I'm uncertain. I'm definitely just going to play Spider. Actually, you know what? Because of what we have left, Surge, Mr. Fantastic, Gwenpool, or Galacta, Iron Lad is a good hit for just honestly any of them right now. So we're going to go play the Iron Lad here. Literally any of the rest of them are pretty fine to get. So we'll just do that. I still have Spider. And Surge getting a -1 cost is pretty good here. Is this a... Oh my gosh, is this a... I think I know this list. Is this a? I need to remember the name of this thing. It's Morgan Le Fay. Is this Morgan Le Fay? Which should mean, by the way, that actually we may not be able to play the. Oh wait, you know what? No matter what the top card of our deck is, we can play it. No matter the top card of our deck, we can play it. In addition to Dr. Doom next turn. Because it's going to get -2 cost from both Surge and the Iron Lad Surge. And then we already played Zabu on turn 1, which means it's a lot of points. Oh my gosh, please tell me this isn't like a... Don't you dare do something bad to me over here. Don't hurt me. Don't hurt me, Second Dinner. Please don't hurt me. Please don't hurt me. Please don't hurt me. I'm not hurt. I'm just concerned and confused. What is their plan? What are they doing? What's their what doing? Agony. Dakin. Is this oh, astral projection? Is it astral projection right now? Get the Zola. No, it hit so it was astral projection for Zola, but then they also are running Crystal in their deck for extra consistency in a big combo deck. Didn't work here, but that's their plan. Fair enough. They tried doing a big combo. I always respect it. Didn't work, but again, I respect the effort. A for effort. Agony's a great start for cards here. We can go Agony straight into Surge is probably going to be our plan. Don't know if I'm going to play Surge in this lane. We'll see. We get a copy of one of their cards, which is... Hey, Agony, you should watch out. Straight up, because they have that, do I play Surge now? I have to play Surge, I think, on this lane. I don't like it, but I think that's the answer, because they can just Electra me here. I'm going to bet that's Electra. And I don't like it, but this is, I think, unfortunately, the correct call to make sure I don't lose 3 points of power. Thank you, Daily Bugle. J. Jonah Davidson really just looking out for the common folk. Let's go Zabu into Electra here. Just dump these cards now. This could be also, we could be seeing them do Red Guardian. I should have gone Electra, actually, in the same lane to get rid of their card. Should have gone Zabu right, Electra left to also stop my stuff from getting hurt. Let's go Gwenpool now, though. We lose the spark or whatever Surge gives, but Gwenpool can still put some points onto Frankie Raye, which I'd really like here. So unfortunately, this card does stop my Frankie Raye from working the way I would like it to. But I think with this in mind, I'm playing Galacta here, Frankie Raye here. Am I playing Dr. Doom or Magneto next, is my question. I definitely don't want all the points in the same lane. I need to put as much spread of points as possible, and I do currently have priority right now. So my Magneto's going to trigger first, as well as my end of turn cards are also going to trigger before their end of turn cards. Which I think means... What do I do? I think it's this. I think it's just Magneto right now. Supergiant does stop Frankie Raye from getting her actual, like, additional trigger, but this does put 2 more cards into the middle lane that I think I would like there in order to protect my own stuff there. And even if they just go for a Negasonic, yep, we're now fine in the left lane. Fenris can't activate, so we actually just win left and right now. What are they playing? Killmonger? Okay, so we no longer win the right lane. We still win mid. Magneto just being a very good card for us here. We also... Would we have won if I had played Dr. Doom? If I put Dr. Doom, it would have had to be Dr. Doom in this left lane? Or no, he could have been played mid. Literally any lane. Yeah, Dr. Doom also would have won this game, but that's still good. Glad to see that this deck can hold up against just generic tech deck. We have Surge, Gwenpool. I think it's going to be Surge first. We can go with... It's probably gonna be Surge Penny, I'm gonna guess. Depending on what we get from After Search. I don't like the Vibranium being gotten. But Surge Penny at least feels good. The Penny Vibranium mid? It might be. I don't like the fact that I don't have a good lane to put Frankie Raye down in. They're running Destroy stuff, which actually means that this lane should potentially get just cleaned up later on. So with that in mind, can I go Zabu, Penny, Vibranium? I think so. Maybe I'm wrong, but I think I can do this. Wolverine over here, sure. Zabu hitting... I have 2 4-drops left in deck. We have Penny Parker also getting a trigger here. And I got Gwenpool. We play Gwenpool to this left lane currently. What are they doing? We do have a cheaper Magneto, which is nice as well. Kid Omega giving them a rock? Okay, sure. I mean, we've got a trigger onto Frankie Raye, and we throw it on Spider here. We can hope that Spider works with this, but it may not. Is it safer to go with Agony? Potentially so, but I don't want to. See, why worry about safe when I can just win anyway? X23 to destroy the Venom. Wolverine going over there is interesting. Is X23? No, X23 goes mid. Venom gets destroyed to go into Kid Omega's power. Then they have a Vibranium getting played into this lane. We got 2 points over here. I'm going to move this over here. If I can. Why can't I move it? Why can't I move her? Wait, I can't move her. I mean, I guess I don't need to, but I would have liked the option. I thought... I want to win this lane. Can I not? Bro, why is she glitched? Hold up. Restart check. Restart check. I might just lose, by the way, this game entirely. But is it just bugged that I can't move it? Why can't I move the... I should be able to move the currently merged card with, what is it? That is Frankie Raye. Should be able to move that from the middle lane over to the right lane so I can double all the other cards on the board. And then I should be able to put down what I want to do is play Agony into Magneto in the left lane. Because I'm lagging right now, I might not be able to. And the game's just dying, apparently. I don't know. I restarted it because I can't click anything. If I just lose here, I'm going to be really annoyed. Can I move? Move her? Move her? I can't. I just literally cannot move her. There's no reason for it currently. I can't move her. All right, it is what it is. Let's do it.
We are the future.
I'm really annoyed that I cannot move her. Because it doesn't make any sense for me to, like, buff Frankie Raye at this point. Not to mention the fact... Let's see what we get. Wait, what?
Enough said, bub.
Why? How is that their plan? Why would they think that Nico was going to work there? What was their plan with Nico? I don't know. The game crashed. Or, like, it wouldn't let me move Frankie Raye. Which is weird. Has every card been just bugged in some way, shape, or form? Or just not working the way people think it would? It's annoying. For what it's worth, one other annoying thing about it, if you haven't noticed, is that I'm using Zola as the avatar. This deck is literally called Frankie Raye plus Zola does not equal good, because Frankie Raye, unfortunately, doesn't work with Zola. Apparently, she needs to be existing before and after the, the 6-cost card exists in order to get buffed, which doesn't make sense according to what we've seen in other cards, akin to like a Nico, or what is it? Or basically, I think Nico's 2X mode is actually just the best example straight up, where it does have the exact same wording. If I can pull it up here. After you play your next card, double this card's power. She doesn't need to be existing, but for some reason Frankie Raye does. Because you can Zola a Nico, and it would 2X after the Zola resolves anyway. Doesn't work like that for Frankie Raye. However, I do at least have a couple of decks, or a couple of games with a slightly different deck that did use Zola. And what is it? While I didn't, what is it? I won once. I also did realize that Zola didn't work. And I'll show those here, but I've got at least one more game for you with this pile of cards before I show off the rest of this deck. So enjoy those 2 games as a interlude to this deck. All right, let's mess with some fun stuff here. I mean, we have the new card on 1. We've got Penny. We've got all the like really good stuff here. Frigga. Oh, what do we do on this first turn? All right, it's my first game. I have no idea what we're actually gonna go for. Do I want to? I think I want Surge on turn 1. That sounds right. Or turn 2, I guess. Whatever. I hope. I have no idea. We'll find out in a second. Or, you know, maybe a couple more as we wait for our opponent to take their time. They're taking their time. Don't worry. They're loading up an amazing play. Okay, Surge. I guess we can play Surge here. Sure. Sam Wilson over there. Okay. What are we getting on this turn? The Raft. Huh. I mean, I can't just play Symbiote Spider-Man, then go Frankie Raye into Penny and whatever over here. Then, like, combo stuff in, maybe? It might be this. Maybe it's Penny, Frankie Raye. Maybe it's Penny, Frankie Raye, I bet. Yeah. And we do get a second 6-drop, which is actually really cool here. So I like it. They're really taking their sweet time, though. They got to make sure they're doing it correctly. Got to figure out this whole thing. What are they going for? Well, that's a little... Actually, do we hate that? Do we legit hate this? So we're just playing against a move. Frankie Raye. And then I just activate now. And then play Penny. Let's see. Yeah, they are filling up that turn as well. And we have Prio. And we have a Null. The Null plus the Zola might be really spicy. So that turns into a 1/7 because of all the other buffs that we've had. 15.
Friendly neighborhood Spider-Man here.
Oh my gosh. We destroyed their Bat Truck and their Spider-Man this turn. Huh. Uh-huh. I think this deck is supposed to run Shang-Chi, so if we just do this, by the way, we dodge a Shang really effectively. And then the Null happens, by the way. And then Null. Which I know we're not getting any more value on Warrior Falls, but we should have an... That's... Huh. Yeah, that's really good. I'm gonna move it over here, and we're just gonna Zola it. Best case scenario, we just get a lot of value. Oh my gosh, it's gonna double again. Tell me it doubles again. Tell me it doubles again. Tell me it doubles again. because they're technically new cards. Wait, no, wait. Please tell me that it doubles it again. Tell me it doubles it again. Oh, it doesn't. I was really hoping it would. Okay. I wonder if it has if we haven't done it yet. I mean, I don't care what of them they move. We have the null here, and that's bigger than everything else they're going for. So it legitimately just doesn't matter. Okay. I mean, I said I wanted to do a big thing where we got a big combo, and we did get it immediately. The deck might change. All right, this deck might change if we're playing a little bit more, right? We got our first win that we really wanted with this list, which is sick. But I'm not gonna be surprised if as this video goes on, this deck changes a little bit here and there. But let's keep going. Honestly, that's an awesome first game to see the way that we wanted this stuff to work out. Really cool stuff. Everything came out in, you know, basically just my favor, which I'm not complaining about. All right, we're against Slothful. I don't know the name, but fair enough. Pet Mansion. I don't know how much it really helps us here. Like, we can use it, but what does that really do for us? The answer feels like it's just kind of nothing, but don't love that. I don't know how to fight that easily. They get my Zola. I mean, I get their Galactus, right? So I'm saying I don't love it, but at the same time, I just got their Galactus. So how much am I really gonna care? The answer feels like it's not much. Do I go Sage in this lane? It might be Sage here. I know they're getting value too, but Sage in this left lane feels really potentially solid. Am I going Sage here? Okay. I don't love that, but that's fine. We're still getting value in this lane, and we lose whatever card gets played next over here. Don't love that either. What if I just do this? I wonder if I can dodge Prio here. Let's see what they do. I might be in trouble. Might be in trouble here still, but we're going to play through it. I mean, because they can't Mercury and knock my stuff away. Luna Snow fills them up there. They've got Mr. Fantastic. I mean, I could just play Galactus in the middle lane now instead of doing anything else. Activate. I'll throw Agony in this lane. And then, can I just Zola instead of anything else? I feel like I can just do this. Am I correct? Maybe not, but it feels fine. It's not as big, but we're still, I think, okay here. We are going to get 6 over here into each of these other lanes. Wait, what? It doesn't work? Why doesn't that work? Why in the hell wouldn't that work? Wait, what? That doesn't work? No, wait, why didn't that work? Did I just miss something about this card? I thought it worked after a Zola. Why wouldn't it work after a Zola? Does this card not work the way I thought it did? But it just worked differently the previous game. All right, I know we lost this game, but we won if it actually doubled, right? If we won if she doubled, why didn't she double? And the game just crashed. What up, Troy? All right, Zabu's fine to start us off here. We can play that. Zabu's gonna be chill for now. We'll see what else we want. Miniaturized lab, okay. Penny Parker, we're not playing it on her, and I'm okay with that. They're just gonna play a Mysterio, probably. Great Mysterio. I don't want to play Spider. I can play Scarlet Spider. Not Spider, just Scarlet Spider. That's fine by me. Galactus, pretty good. A Sasquatch, unfortunately, makes a lot of sense. They probably just win this lane. I don't think I can stop it. I guess what I'm probably going to do on this coming turn is play Frankie Raye into Spider, right? I think so. Yeah, Frankie Raye into Spider, because then we get multiple triggers there. That's fine. I don't know which one we actually want the buff on. I know I'm at least getting some of a buff onto Frankie Raye, which is pretty good. I don't know if that's where I want the whole buff. And nothing but the buff. The whole buff and nothing but the buff. I feel like that's something. I don't know. 9 onto the Scarlet Spider. It's definitely nothing to sneeze at, though. Which is fantastic. Into Surge. They can still move cards over here. What are we doing here? What's our play? Do I leave both of them in this lane? Do I go Dr. Doom? I think I go Dr. Doom next, just to put a spread of points on the board. Although I have to play it mid because of Galacta. I think I want more points over here. Then I activate to put another one in this lane. Do I actually, with this in mind, Penny Parker goes over here. I play Dr. Doom over in this lane because this is the one I don't know where their points are for Mysterio. And then I activate because that's going to go mid. So then we're adding in total, we're going to be adding 14 points mid. We're going to have 14 points mid. We're going to have 15 points in the right lane. And then we're going to have a lot over here. We're going to be at 19 plus 7, right? 19 plus 7. So we're going to have 26 in the left lane. It's a pretty good amount of points in every single location. Let's do it. That's enough to potentially win, tie this lane at least. We don't know if they're going for anything with... We don't know what where their real Mysterio is or where their points are ending up on the board. It is just a Mockingbird. So basically, we only lose the lane that they have the real Mysterio in. Everyone else, we're fine. Yeah, we win the game. So it was probably another Frankie Raye Nova deck, but they just didn't get it in time. I liked what we were able to do here. This felt like we were able to put down a good amount of power. Good stuff. Let's talk about the deck and just Frankie Raye as a card here, because I think there's a lot to discuss. While I don't think this deck is going to be breaking any metas anytime soon, this was a lot of fun and it was very interesting to play with this card. I think it was able to put out a good amount of numbers pretty consistently, with Frankie Raye not often like being massive, but very often consistently providing more value to this deck in a really cool way. One of the things I didn't expect was that you wanted more 6-cost cards when you were playing with her, rather than just having a singular one for the whole time. I definitely also, as you can originally know, I thought that we were going to want to use a, what's it called? I thought we were going to want to use Zola, and it didn't. Apparently, we can't use Zola with it, as you can tell by the other stuff. But in general, I think that we were able to do some very good stuff with this list. There's a lot of cards that are just higher series, unfortunately, here. The only ones that are being, you know, that are cheaper here are really, it's just kind of Zabu, Doom, and Magneto. There's a lot of big cards in this list that if you don't have, I'm going to recommend substitutions, but I'm going to be honest, this probably still isn't the best place to use these cards, because, I mean, for what's worth, with Mr. Fantastic and Surge, you probably just want a generic way to buff up your cards more so, and or discount stuff. I think there's a good chance that you may want something akin to maybe a Hope Summers, Luminous Snow in order to ramp out, because that's what these two can allow you to do. Secondarily, maybe you want to do something else with a, what is it? Where you can try to buff up with either maybe a Nakia or, I don't know if Elsa is correct here, but you want some other way probably to buff up, maybe a Forge. And if you are, what is it? And maybe you want to go with some stuff with Mysterio in order for another payoff rather than Scarlet Spider, or Captain Marvel could be another interesting shout, again, rather than just Scarlet Spider. You want to be able to, again, just be able to be putting points onto your cards on the board. And so Festus, Nakia, Okoye, even a Nico, because you can get that ×2 mode sometimes, and that can be really cool here. You could also try to go with some other cards that are going to merge and give you additional value. If you don't have like an Agony or Penny Parker, you can go with a Hulkbuster. You can go with a, what is it? I guess it's just Hulkbuster as really another shout. If you're missing both, again, one of the other substitutes where you're just going to be doing additional power. But I'm going to say every single time you change this deck, it is going to be significantly different. Maybe better, maybe worse. And you could probably put in some more tech cards in here. So this list was one that I had originally seen Jeff Hoagland running, and he didn't want to run a couple of the cards that he had in here, and I think I mainly made one big change where it was I took out a Mobius and put in Iron Lad, which we didn't see Iron Lad get a lot of value, so maybe a Mobius just as a piece of tech is better, but I liked Iron Lad as a way to secondarily trigger a lot of this stuff here, and felt pretty interesting. Maybe you want something different instead of that, but I liked what we were able to do with this deck in general, and it seems fine. It seems like a fun thing, but Frankie Raye is a card, right? I'm not trying to be that bad about her. Like, I think she's a fine card. She's incredibly skippable, but she's also probably completely playable. If you don't have her, I don't think you need her. I do believe that she encourages you to play some cards that are kind of mid and or bad, which might be a reason why you don't want to get her. But the decks where I feel like she's going to do a lot of her work in are going to be decks where you don't really want to play a lot of the other cards normally that she does exist in. Does that mean that she's going to be bad? I don't think so. Again, I think she's perfectly playable. I think she's perfectly fine. I think she also encourages you to do some cool combo plays and build stuff up, which is really fun and really interesting stuff. And I personally like that. I think that she'll probably be a card that we'll see and pop up in a couple of decks here and there that won't have the most easy substitution, but also because she's a 2-cost card, her best substitutions oftentimes are going to be 3-cost cards, which is a very interesting conversation where, you know, Sebastian Shaw might be a replacement, or maybe you want to be using, why am I thinking of Sage, or potentially a Cassandra Nova. And any of those probably will be fine, but they aren't exactly what Frankie Raye Nova is. So you can keep that all in mind. You can also get some fun stuff with her. We didn't use Symbiote Spider-Man in, in the majority of our games with our current deck, but you could do stuff there as well. The most annoying point was that she didn't work with Zola, which is what it is. I don't think that makes sense, but here we are nonetheless. I think she's going to fit into a lot of different decks. I think there's a lot of different places where you will be able to play with her, but she's a very vulnerable card. And I'm not just saying that due to the positioning that she's in, because that doesn't look like a very comfortable position to stand in or fly in. But the decks that you want to play with her, again, using some cards that are probably worse, but also those are vulnerable, I think, to a lot of different tech cards. And I question how many tech cards you want to use with her. We took out some in our deck, and maybe she's just fine with a singular hit, right? Like, I think Agony is probably going to be her most consistent synergy. And I like what you can do with Agony in her. I think it's really cool. It's a different way to talk about versus Penny and Agony, which I think people were talking about initially. But Frankie Raye and Agony is another fun combination that I don't know which I prefer in the end. I think she's cool and very interesting. I don't think she is busted. I don't think she is insane. I don't think she's bad. She just is another card that will probably be an interesting card that people play with and just exists in Marvel Snap. I think that she'll show up in a couple of decks that exist in a myriad of insane to just good to bad lists, but I'm excited to see what people will do with her, where she will end up in the end, and how she plays after a few more days go through. But I hope you enjoyed this video. There won't be one for Firelord, by the way, in case you were thinking like, oh, where's a Firelord video? That's gonna be a fun thing. No, it won't, because Firelord won't exist. Apparently not for a second anyway, because Firelord is not a card that is getting released, you know, not today, not tomorrow. Apparently it's not getting released for a bit longer. Didn't know about that. Nope. So I'm not gonna have anything on that, but I will be doing another video, of course, tomorrow, having some more fun stuff to mess with. And I appreciate y'all hanging out to the end of this one. Thank you so much. And let me know if you get her. If you don't get her, don't sweat it. But if you do get her, let me know what you think of her, and I will catch y'all around. Peace.